Alright, so since it's a brand new year, I honestly think it's finally time to talk about some new lost media that I found recently. We're going to start off pretty light and then slowly make our way toward the creepiest and most disturbing media that still puts very vivid and uncomfortable images in my mind. So please like and subscribe, and as always, stay safe. Let's get into it. The first piece of lost media comes from one of my favorite movies of all time, Toy Story. I'm sure we've all seen this amazing movie at least once, but did you know that the footage I'm about to show you was actually lost for a very long time?
Here's some more lost footage that's going to blow your mind. Did you know that Toy Story nearly featured a mean-spirited Woody?
Hi, pal, what you doing?
I'm Tempest from Mars.
Yeah, what's his butt? Say, you weren't thinking of flying, were you?
Well,
You know Andy loves toys that can fly.
really? Well then, to infinity and beyond.
In the earliest drafts, Woody wasn't the lovable cowboy that we love. In the 1992 story reel, Woody was a sarcastic, bossy jerk who actually bullied all the other toys. Disney executives hated it so much that production was nearly cancelled, and most of that reel remains as lost media. There are only a few clips that have resurfaced on the internet. Pixar quickly rewrote the whole thing and made a bold pivot that saved the whole movie. But in this version, we can see very early CGI tests, where Woody looks more like this ventriloquist dummy, and Buzz Lightyear is a lot smaller, with his original name, which was Lunar Larry, and a completely different spacesuit. So before our favorite cowboy, there was the villainous Woody, locked away and almost never released.
To be honest, this one really wasn't that bad in my opinion. The early models for the characters are a little bit disturbing, but mostly because they feel off and unfamiliar. I think that's probably because I'm so used to the versions of the characters that we know and love today, so seeing them look different just feels strange. Now, fans of the Talking Tom series will probably enjoy this next piece of lost media, especially because it wasn't removed for a super sinister or disturbing reason, unlike many of Outfit 7's other games and apps that have vanished over time.
Lost Medias, Part 4. Angela's Valentines. Angela's Valentines was a limited Valentine's Day mini game in older Talking Angela apps by Outfit 7. It was only meant to appear during a specific season, and over time it didn't fit the newer updates. As the game evolved, Outfit 7 focused more on permanent features instead of temporary events. The minigame became outdated, had low usage, and caused compatibility issues on newer devices. Because of this, Outfit 7 removed it to reduce app size, improve performance, and simplify updates. It wasn't removed for anything bad. It just never came back, which is why it's now considered as lost media. That's all, and stay safe.
Okay, I'll be honest, I had never even heard of this app before, but sure enough, it is now considered lost media. I thought it was interesting at first, but this is where things start to move into much more disturbing territory. Have you ever heard of Zoobe? Because this app, and especially this bunny character, are extremely creepy, and I can honestly see why this one ended up becoming lost media.
Explaining lost medias, Part 3.
Zoobe the Bunny.
Zoobe the Bunny was a cute voice message app for kids released in 2014. It seemed harmless, until rumors got started about lost early version of the game. Users said the bunny sometimes spoke without recording anything, saying things like, "I can see your room. Don't leave me. He's behind you." Some parents claimed the bunny knew their child's name, even without microphone access or data. A supposed Zoobe developer later leaked that the app had a hidden test mode that was never meant to reach the public. Shortly after, the app vanished out from stores, and the company went silent. Only a few corrupted APK files remain online. People say it's haunted, and when you run them in 3 a.m., the bunny still answers you. But this time, it doesn't need you to speak first.
Let me know if you're a fan of strange games and weird apps like this, because I'm very interested in learning more about these lost apps and where they came from. Now let's talk about a movie from a long time ago called Mad Monster Party.
Your favorite claymation Christmas movies had a Halloween special that everyone forgot about. This is Mad Monster Party, and I'm ashamed that I haven't heard about it until now. It came out in 1967, and it's like if the song Monster Mash had a movie. It follows all the classic monsters, so Dracula, the Mummy, the Werewolf, the Invisible Man, Frankenstein, who get invited by Dr. Frankenstein to this spooky island for a monster party. Dr. Frankenstein is planning on retiring, and he's gonna hand over all of his old inventions to his nephew, Felix. Of course, Felix is the kind of schemer who plans to use the inventions to take over the world. Everything quickly turns to chaos, so monsters are flirting with each other, messing up each other's plans, and generally just causing mayhem. There's slapstick comedy, musical numbers, science experiments, and a ton of campy, over-the-top antics. It's basically a fun, spooky mess where nobody knows what exactly is going to happen next, and the monsters' personalities clash in the funniest ways. Now you're probably thinking, why did the special flop? Why have I never heard of it before? It was an animated movie in 1967, but with the humor and the risky jokes and the satire of classic horror, it was actually aimed for more of an adult audience. Kids saw the monsters and thought it was for them, and adults saw the animation and thought it was for kids. So it never quite found the right audience. On top of that, the studio didn't really know how to actually sell it. Most of the promotions leaned into the kids' monster movie angle, ignoring the film's clever adult humor and musical numbers. On top of that, the camp of it all was a little bit ahead of its time. This kind of tongue-in-cheek horror parody comedy was very niche. Audiences weren't really ready for the combination of satire and music and monsters, but to me, that sounds like anything I could ever dream of. On top of that, it didn't get a strong theatrical push compared to the live-action films or the Disney animations at the time, so it kind of ended up getting lost in the shuffle. Basically, too weird and clever for the mainstream 1960s audience, but it's funny because that strangeness is why it's so loved by the few people who know about it now.
Honestly, I'm kind of glad I never saw this when I was younger and that it became lost. Maybe I'm just weird, but I really hate the overall vibe and look of this movie. It's an old stop-motion film, which already makes it unsettling, but the characters themselves just look extremely creepy and uncomfortable to watch. Alright, peonies, this next piece of lost media is probably the most disturbing one on this list, so I genuinely feel bad for you if you're watching this video alone. But now, it's finally time to hear the story of Cracks.
Explaining Lost Medias, Part 2.
Cracks.
Cracks is a lost animated segment from Sesame Street that aired in the 1970s. It features a young girl who notices shapes in the cracks of her bedroom wall. The cracks form a strange figure she calls the Crack Monster, who invites her to follow him into a mysterious world inside the wall. After briefly exploring, the Cracks Monster disappears, leaving the girl frightened and alone. But the Crack Monster eventually returned her into her home. The segment was removed from .every television because it is considered too dark and unsettling for children to watch, and it eventually became forgotten for decades. Many people who remembered seeing it as children searched for proof of its existence. It was finally rediscovered in 2019 and uploaded online, becoming one of the most famous cases of lost media.
Yeah, I completely agree. That is way too dark for Sesame Street. Isn't it strange how writers always seem to want to sneak dark and disturbing ideas into children's shows? I'm not really sure why they do it, but it's always been bizarre to me, and honestly, I don't think I'll ever fully understand it. Well, Happy New Year, peonies. I hope you're having an amazing start to the new year so far, and let's continue to keep growing together in 2026. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Stay safe, and I'll see you very soon.